Good morning. Hello, everyone. George DeSantis here with a brief look at the market. I haven't done one of these YouTube videos in a while, but having looked at some charts early this morning, I thought I would do this and tell you what I'm seeing for what it's worth, what I'm seeing on the charts today. So let's bring up the disclaimer first and um, and ask you to take a look at it. Make sure you understand I'm not a licensed professional investment advisor, and therefore, if you need such advice, seek it elsewhere. I'm a psychologist. I do this for my own purposes, and anyone can look at it on YouTube video and do with it whatever they will. So we'll begin to look at some charts. So let's begin with a weekly chart of the S&P 500. That's a good place to start. The general market, as one measure anyway of the general market's performance. And it's very clear here that once we hit this 47.18 level, this high here, 47.1850, uh, we just found a lot of resistance here after this big run up. So after this rally, the market has paused and gone sideways, dramatically so, in fact. So that 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, we hit this level, and last week we hit this level again, and so far this week on yesterday, what we did was we surpassed it, but then we pulled back below that level. So we're still bumping up against that 47.18 resistance level. Okay, now the 4 EMA, we don't have those exponential moving averages here, because what I'm looking at here is Jake Bernstein's chart, his moving average channel. So this green line is the 10-week moving average of the highs. This red line is the 8-week moving average of the lows. And I put the parabolic on, although Jake doesn't have it on this moving average chart, but I like to see it. Now this line here is a 3-week moving average of the lows, and Jake Bernstein tends to use that as a sell stop, signal. Um, when you look at the accumulation distribution line down here, we still have that line above its 57-day moving average. So in Jake's terminology, we still have a setup here, okay? And we still have bars way above the moving average of the highs. The parabolic is still bullish. And if we go down to the triple momentum indicator, although he doesn't use it, I wanted to look at it here anyway. You can see that the triple momentum indicator, this line here, is still above the 4% line. So it's still sort of in bullish territory. And the two other momentum indicators here, this histogram, the MACD histogram 1939.9, the one we take sell signals from, that is still in bullish territory, not giving us a sell signal. And the other one that we take buy signals from, we had a buy signal here, although we were trending up from way back here, right? Which is where Alex says we could venture to take a buy signal as soon as the MACD starts trending up from below the zero line. But then it confirmed it here, way up at the top, right? So we have MACD in bullish territory on both sets of parameters. And even though we are bumping up against this resistance level of 47.18, perhaps we will go higher from here. We don't know. We will see how the market plays out this week before Thanksgiving. We have a short week. Let me bring up the Ishimoku chart, Ishimoku cloud chart. On the weekly chart, you can see it's a steady up climb, a steady uphill, right, on the cloud. So that's bullish. That's interesting. Let's go to the daily chart. Let's look at the daily chart on the S&P. And here's the daily chart. You can see we hit that resistance level back here, and we came back down, we hit it again pretty much, and then we came back down, we hit it again, and now on Monday, yesterday, this is where we are. Okay, we got a bit of a shooting star, because you could say that the market rejected this price. That's Dan Granzer's terminology. Market went up here, market rejected this price, pull back below that resistance level. So now we wait to see where we go from here. The accumulation distribution line is still above its average, although it's trending down a bit. And the triple momentum indicator is still above the white line, is still above the 4% line, so it's still bullish. And the MACD indicator that we take sell signals from, it hasn't issued a sell signal yet. It might do so this week or tomorrow or the next day, but it hasn't done so yet. It did so on the 12.26.9. We got a sell signal on this MACD, but we usually take it here. This is what I've read in Jerry Appel's book, and he's the one who designed this, so who am I to argue? We'll see how that plays out. Let's look at the Ishimoku cloud. On the Ishimoku cloud, on the daily chart, you can see that Ishimoku cloud is crossing over here, right? It's turning pretty bullish here right about now, and it's trending up. So as some people say, after Thanksgiving, we often get a Santa Claus rally. Could the Ishimoku cloud be foretelling a Santa Claus rally? One never knows, do one? As Fats Waller would say, right? The jazz pianist. So this is encouraging, maybe maybe we will see a Santa Claus rally here based on what the Ishimoku cloud is predicting. Let me pause here. And before we leave, I should mention, you could see that the parabolic turned positive here, right? Bullish, right? And it's still bullish because it's below the most recent bar. That would be yesterday's bar. So if you ask me to, for conclusion, I would have to say the preponderance of evidence of the indicators that we are looking at anyway. I mean, there are thousands of indicators, perhaps, maybe at least hundreds. Of these indicators that we are looking at, I think we are leaning on the bullish side. That's what I would be. I lightened up on some stocks. If you're interested in knowing this, I did take some profits and some losses, mostly profits. But I'm not doing any heavy selling yet. I'll see how the week turns out, but I'm anticipating a Santa Claus rally based on what we just looked at. Okay, so listen, have a good week and happy Thanksgiving to everyone, and we'll take a look at things on the weekend again. Thank you for listening.